Hey everyone, it's Adam. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Jabra Evolve 75. Now, this is an older headset, but I think even the fact that it is older, it's still worthwhile today. And basically, my favorite way of putting it is no egos are allowed with this one. And I'll explain what I mean. So what I mean by that is this headset has more than enough for you. It doesn't matter if you use this for gaming, for professional sales calls, conferences, or just wanting a really cool headset for talking on the phone. This headset has more than enough for you to be able to perform whatever task you're doing related to making calls. I'm going to keep this review very simple, especially since it's an older product. So first thing we're going to get into is the microphone test, which you can hear now. All right, test 1, 2 of the Jabra Evolve 75 headset without any background noise. I am going to turn ANC on right now, just to see if the microphone quality is affected by it. Hello, testing the Jabra Evolve 75 in a noisy Starbucks. Hopefully you can hear, well, hopefully you don't hear all the noise, but hopefully you can hear my voice well, because it is pretty loud in here. It's about anywhere in the high 80s to the high 100s. And I purposely did the mic test when the coffee grinder was going off, just to see how good it does. Besides the microphone quality with this headset, second thing I immediately got to touch on is side tone along with the microphone quality. Now, it's better than the Zone Wireless, and it's also better than the Voyager Focus. Those two had side tone features that were neat and convenient. You can adjust it. You can't adjust it on here, but it's actually a good thing that you can't, because I think Jabra engineered it to be at the perfect volume with ANC on or with it off, because with it on, it lowers it a little bit, but there's a reason why it does that, because the purpose of ANC is to block out all external noise, right? Well, Jabra, I think, designed it to where they didn't want too much coming in. The active noise canceling is actually better than the Zone Wireless and the Voyager Focus. I would say at least 2 times better. That may sound dramatic, but I notice it more with this when I'm at a coffee shop or I'm in a noisy environment for at least a couple hours and then I take my headset off. I noticed the difference way more than I did on the Voyager Focus and also the Zone Wireless. Now, Jabra is claiming 18 hours talk time, 17 hours of music playback time, but when I do turn on the headset, it usually says 15 hours remaining after I take it off the charging stand. Now, another issue that a lot of people run into with headsets like this, especially since they're on-ear primarily, is ear fatigue. I gotta say, the way these cup on your ears, at least for my ears, I've had rarely any ear fatigue, even after a few hours of use. Obviously, this sounds like it's really good for call quality from the microphone test and from what I said so far, but I will say using this around the office or whatever you do in between calls to actually listen to music, it's definitely worthwhile for listening to music. It actually sounds like a pair of headphones meant for playing music, which sounds funny to say that. It's not going to be Bose quality, Sony quality, or anything like that, but it has its own sound signature, but it's going to be just right, just where it needs to be. It doesn't matter what kind of music I listen to. It didn't even matter if I was listening to white noise from apps like Portal or even rock music, hip hop. That's the other thing, is we have to remember this is not a pair of headphones for just listening to music and getting the best out of that. This is a headset that is trying to be everything, the only thing you need for what you do for work and for when you're making calls. That's the primary focus of this headset. All right, now it's not a perfect headset. Let's get into the cons. First con, which I think is probably going to touch on everything, is the price is clown numbers. I mean, for me, that's just too much. So besides wanting Bluetooth 5.0 and better music quality, seeing if the mic can be updated, etc., even though it's already good, there's always room for improvement, which leads me to the next biggest flaw was there's no music controls, skip, play, pause, or anything. Now you can access Siri with the mute button and when holding it, but it's still, besides that, you can't really operate your phone to do anything with the headset itself beyond activating your assistant. Now, when it comes to wearing this headset, it has a dedicated left and right, mainly because the microphone cannot be worn on either side. It does have a strong magnet, but it can only flip down on the right side. It can't go back to the left side. Although it has micro USB and not USB-C, the features definitely outweigh the con of even that, and it does charge pretty quickly. And another thing you can do with the headset is when you push the left button, when not on a call, you can actually activate ambient aware mode so you can hear your surroundings. All right, guys, so that's my review of the Jabra Evolve 75. I did this review really just to see if it's still worthwhile in 2020 to go with an older product like this. There isn't any telling when Jabra would actually update this headset and get a different model that's, what this is supposed to do, which is supposed to be the jack of all trades for your workflow. If they did an updated version and did different colors and, a different design and just finally updated the product and came out with something new like this, but at the same time, maybe that's why they haven't, because there hasn't been enough demand for it, because this headset is good enough the way it is. Now, it's still yet to be determined, since I have been using this for about a month now, if I will come with connectivity issues, firmware issues, etc. If I do, I'll definitely do an update. But other than that, I hope this review was helpful. Thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.